What are the 5 technology innovations that will impact and transform all of our lives over the next 5 years? That's a big question, and a question IBM asks itself at least once a year. Each time before their big annual Think conference, which will take place in San Francisco this year, they ask themselves those questions, and IBM researchers will put forward their recommendations, their predictions. And this year they have done the same, and they wrap this around a theme of feeding the world and making sure everyone on our planet has enough food, and we reduce food waste. I mean, some of the statistics are staggering that within the next 5 years, our planet will reach a population of over 8 billion people. And what is so shocking is that at least 1 billion of those have inadequate access to food supply that gives them a healthy and nutritious life. So that's a massive problem. At the same time, in parallel, about 45% of all food that we produce goes to waste. So this is a big challenge, right? And what IBM has done is they looked at some of the technologies that can help with this. So there are 5 key technology trends are: number 1, digital twins, where you basically create digital copies of things. So you could even create digital copies of seeds or entire fields or farm equipment, and then run simulations and experiments to come up with new ways of producing food and more effective ways of producing food. So digital twin is number 1. Second big trend is blockchain technology, or overall distributed ledger technology. I've written a lot about this recently, and what they are saying is that blockchain technology in particular will allow us to track food across and along the supply chain to really identify where waste is occurring, and hopefully this then gives us the ability to reduce waste and cut those waste issues. Genetic analysis is their third trend. So this is where we use technology to identify bacteria or microbes on food, because if we identify them, these are very often the causes that makes food go rotten, but they're also often the causes of diseases. So what this genetic analysis allows us to do is to again manage food waste, identify issues with bacteria and microbes much earlier and address them. Their fourth trend is artificially intelligent sensors. So these are sensors again that can detect bacteria, for example. So IBM has got this mobile bacteria sensor that they developed that can now spot E. coli and Salmonella. And these are now, some of these mobile sensors will soon be available for houses and homes. You can even imagine having this integrated into your fridge to tell you that something has gone off or is developing bacteria. So sensor technology and AI, a massive trend. And their fifth trend is around improving recycling, especially plastics recycling. There's some new amazing processes taking place, some amazing technology innovations around catalytic polymer digestion that makes sure that plastics is broken up and doesn't end up in our oceans. So some amazing trends. If you want to read more about any of them, head to my website at bernardmar.com, where you can find the article on this, or check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to learn more about any of these trends, as I will be talking about all of them a lot more in the future. See you soon.